For years, I have been labeled by folks, I guess, as a conspiracy theorist. And, there's nothing you can do. Whatever they call me, I embrace it. I make it my own. And as a great Gore Vidal said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm a conspiracy analyst. And as you know, a conspiracy is a confederation of two or more guilty people to bring about some ill-gotten, horrible gain or what have you. And what's interesting to note as well is that conspiracy is a legal term, as I've just mentioned, but also, as Gore Vidal one time said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm a conspiracy analyst. And what's even more fascinating to me is the fact that all of a sudden, the radical left, there's been a tremendous shift. For example, whenever there was a shooting of someone I guess they cared for or thought didn't deserve shooting, they would come out and yell about AR-15s and assault weapons. We have to do something to repeal the Second Amendment. Now, all of a sudden, for reasons I don't understand, now that it's Trump, well, things are different. This is okay. This is a different story. This doesn't matter. This is different. Or they don't mention anything at all. Then, as Mr. Trump, President Trump, has the top lobe of his ear taken off with a bullet in something that is it is miraculous. It is miraculous. Remember, Theodore Roosevelt himself had saved his life by virtue of a speech or something. Some bullet basically grazed him. That was a miracle. Their miracles happen all the time. That's what people believe. Like when Joe Biden won the election, that was a miracle. But now, for some reason, these same people like Joy Reid and others are kind of propelled to suggest that maybe this didn't really happen the way they thought it did. Maybe this was, as somebody said, paint, or maybe the ear was cut by virtue of shards of glass from a teleprompter. And I'm thinking, shards of glass from a teleprompter that were shattered during a bullet that was fired. And what about the poor man who was killed and his family and the wounded? Would they be able to sue, much like Alex Jones was sued, if somebody were to contest the actual event, shall we say, of a shooting? Is that possible? Is that how that works? See, these are all the things I want to know, and these are all the things that many rational people want to know. Why did the left all of a sudden become such purveyors of the conspiracy theory? How did this happen? That's what I want to know. That's what's critical to know. That's what's critical to follow, to kind of understand, to see. And what it is a group of people, namely the radical left, the Democrats, whose entire political world is collapsing before their very eyes. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to respond. They don't know how to do anything. So what they do is they're just making things up, grasping at something, hoping not only that something will stick, but that maybe this attention will be diverted. Maybe it'll be redirected. Maybe nobody will notice anymore that President Trump is going to win and that Joe Biden has collapsed well before June 27th. But everything about this party has been nothing but lies and obfuscations. And in fact, if there was a conspiracy theory, I would suggest that it would be between the Democratic National Committee, the radical left woke cable news, legacy media, and the sock puppet media to hide, to obfuscate, to keep, and to prevent Americans from seeing just how bad their president was. It's like they did sort of with Wilson after his stroke, or even FDR to an extent, and even JFK with his Addison's disease and his various problems. So, yeah, there are conspiracy theories in abound. Absolutely. And what's happening is that the left is very good at pointing the finger. That's a conspiracy theory. That's a lunatic. That's white supremacy. That's white nationalism. That's separatism. That's whatever it is. But when it comes time for them to come up with their own version of what is and what is not a theory, they're not very good, not very imaginative, not very, dare I say, full-throated, full-bodied, well-thought, well-textured. They're doing the best they can. And when all you have left in your arsenal is Joy Reid and Joe Scarborough and Meager Brzezinski, the proverbial turd in the punch bowl, if that's all you have, you're not going to go very far. Because when it comes to, that old expression, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. Well, in this particular case, if you want to really know how conspiracy theories work, it might be a good idea, honest to God, to look and to ask yourself, does it even make sense? For you just to doubt and show kind of incredulity as to, well, how could this happen? That is not the idea. You see, you have to negate the underlying pattern, the underlying allegations. You have to negate, you have to destroy, you have to do something to push away that which is claimed. Not just say, that's paint. That's too low. Oh, come on. He milked it. He milked it? Yeah, it took all that time. What's with that bandage? That's not even a conspiracy theory. That's just rude and contumacious jejune kind of a trolling or snark, sarcasm. That's not even that. They're even bad at this. So the bottom line is this. Remember, the radical left is now the conspiracy theorist, and they don't seem to show any concern whatsoever for anything that is involving the Second Amendment, which used to be their bread and butter, their hue and cry. Thank you, dear friend, for watching. And now, if you could be so kind, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell to be notified of new videos. Like this video and comment as you see fit.